Now, next up, besides local mode and the sub mode of local mode, elms or whips, is FlexConnect. Many of you might have heard of this particular connection process. This allows for centralized configuration and control. If we take a look at our environment here, do I have a wireless LAN controller in this branch office? Let me separate this out so you can see. This is the main office over here. This is the remote office. So that is the difference there. Let me get rid of that last line. I kind of went over the router. I want to make sure it looks right. All right, so we have remote office. The remote office has two APs. These APs have trunk or access ports laid to it. But then we have a CapWap tunnel that's created. We have a tunnel that tunnels directly back to what? The wireless LAN controller. The wireless LAN controller resides within the main office. This allows the main office to configure these APs however they want through that CapWap tunnel. We've tunneled through this WAN link to the main office. Now I know what you guys are saying. What happens if there's a failure of this link here? What if we lose that wireless LAN controller? Do we lose our APs? The answer is no. What happens at that point is these become standalone APs, meaning everything is locally switched and locally authenticated. So now we are local to these APs. Now, one thing to note, remember how I told you if you change modes, oftentimes the APs reset? Well, in 8.0 Air OS 8.0, that is no longer the case for FlexConnect. FlexConnect no longer, when we go from local mode to FlexConnect mode, we no longer require that reboot. So let's go out to my environment. You can see right here, my environment, we're exactly where we left off. We're in local mode. We can switch it to FlexConnect mode. The sub mode, we still have whips available to us. If I apply these, it should happen without reboot. And as you can see, let me check real quick. I'm still good. No reboot took place. Now I'm in FlexConnect mode, where the APs create that CapWap tunnel back to the wireless LAN controller. I can move it back to local mode, click apply, and now, remember, when we moved from local mode back into FlexConnect mode, did not need a reboot, but when we move from FlexConnect mode out to something else, we will need a reboot. I'm going to go ahead and say okay here. Let's go ahead and reboot these APs to bring them back into local mode.